So how do you grow a YouTube channel for your business? That's what we're continuing this conversation in the series. We have Candace back, and we're going to go through the videos that she's filmed and anything else that she's done since our last meeting. So welcome back.
Hey, thanks for having me, Carlos.
Of course. So before we go into this one, have you filmed anything more recent?
No, I was hoping to get some feedback before I do the
From the next.
next ones, and then I can like crank them out because my boys are in school now. So like all day, every day, I'm freed up. So
Yeah, that's a time perfect. Yeah, there's a couple things I wanted to go over on this one. Let me see if I can do a full screen.
okay,
There we go. I think the biggest part was you did your hook. Your hook was great. I loved your hook.
okay,
After that, I went into you, and the after the hook part. Once I went into you, a little bit of your background, and then giving the information. I think that part I wasn't sure. Like, okay, now are you now telling me the info? Like, have we started now? The one part where it sounded like, okay, I'm going into number one. It sounded like it was like at a minute 20 or a minute 40, I think it was. So let's just kind of listen through it.
For a program that
You see somewhere around here you go into.
city pricing and how to start charging what your transformation is truly worth
And let me know you can hear that, right?
I can hear it.
without guilt or burnout. Hi, I'm Candace. I've spent decades in ministry.
So I think that was good. Maybe say that beginning part a little bit faster because we're
Okay.
already about 45 seconds in, and then so far it's just hook. You know?
Okay, so it just needs
Business leader.
to be more concise.
More concise, yeah, just a little bit more. We're gonna do, so you can get this. Boom.
Okay,
Start, you know? So maybe we can trim it to see if we can do like maybe 25, 30 seconds.
okay.
You know?
Mhm.
You know, over time it'll get much, much better. Trust me.
Leadership, helping thousands of women discover their purpose and build their personal brands. And I even hit my own 20K month after signing my first 5-figure client in September 2024. Now I help women of faith scale to consistent 5 to 10K months with premium programs, creating a sustainable income and kingdom impact without burnout. So, which one of these is keeping you from charging premium prices? Feeling like you have to charge less, giving way more than you're paid for? Or is it that you're holding back your true skill set?
So just to go over, so point number one started here. Is that where we're going? I just
Not necessarily. I guess I was trying to get them to think before we got into the points.
got
So
it.
like, which one of these is your biggest pain point? And then I think I explained in the next part whichever one it is, we're going to talk about that or something like that. I can't remember exactly how I
Okay.
worded it.
So that was your intro. Your intro was like or your value statement was about 45 seconds
Mm-hmm.
to
Business leadership, helping thousands
like what was it, like a minute 10.
premium programs, creating a sustainable income and kingdom impact without burnout. So, which one?
Okay, so like a 110, 111, somewhere around there.
Mm-hmm.
What's that? 25 seconds, I think it was.
Yeah.
Okay. It's okay, maybe just a little bit faster to the like what was that, Coach Brian? It was like he praised the other guy. I forget his name. But it's like I do this, this, this. And it was like,
Mhm.
boom, I help these people achieve this so they can get this. It's like
Very
he-
concise.
that's great. That's it.
One of these is keeping you from charging premium prices, feeling like you have to charge less, giving way more than you're paid for? Or is it that you're holding back your true skill set? Since whichever one you picked, right here in this video, we're going to start with 3 powerful.
So you see how that sounds like another hook again?
Mm,
Right here in this video, it's like I thought we were already in the video.
okay.
So it sounds
I see
like
what
it.
you're saying.
Yeah.
So I could
Mindset
probably just
shift.
cut that part out, you think?
Yes, I would say just cut that part out and go straight into the next part you're going to talk about. Because
Okay.
now you're like trying to hook us again. Like, so in this video, I'm gonna like, no, you already did that.
Okay.
That can change the way you see your pricing forever. And this first shift might surprise you because it challenges what most of us have been taught about humility and generosity. Let's start with the first shift.
Okay, so let's so that's like 143. 3. The
Mhm.
shift, and I know you talked about the other part a little bit more here, like around the 112 mark. Okay. Same thing. Maybe so if we trim that other part, I think that'll take out a few seconds out of it.
Mhm.
So that way we can get there faster, you know?
Okay. Sure.
And are you editing your videos?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
Mhm.
Maybe put like a little lower third here,
Okay.
to just signify kind of like bullet point 1 or chapter 1 or whatever it is, like the 3 things you need to look out for. That way people understand, okay, now you're starting to talk about something. Right?
Okay.
So that way it's even more clear to them instead of like, wait, she's talking about this part now, or where is she,
Okay.
boom, chapter 1.
Love it.
Start with the first shift. Low prices don't make you humble, they keep you stuck. That $300 program you're offering, it's not generosity. Sis, it's scarcity disguised as service. I saw this firsthand when I offered a program that I had built and was so proud of to a friend for only $100. And the thing is, 9 months later, my friend never logged in, never engaged. Her commitment matched the investment that she made, which was barely anything. And here's the truth: when you undervalue what God is giving you, you train others to undervalue it too. I know it's a hard thing.
Same thing for that part. If you can do like a full screen graphic, so basically whatever your color schemes are for your brand, full color, right? Maybe like slight opacity so we can still see you a little bit. And then that text you just like that thing you just said sounds like a principle.
Right.
I would just put that on the screen, emphasize
Okay.
it. It's like this.
Mhm.
And then you keep going.
Okay.
To hear.
We're gonna do just minimal things that way. Same thing, because I know you're gonna be busy editing, so I don't want to put so many things on you. But I think if it just like break it down into
Sure.
chunks so people can consume it.
I love
But
it.
sis, think about it. Even Christ asked for commitment. He called people to leave their nets, their tax tables, their comfort. And when we see that, we don't think about that as being harsh. We understand that that is the cost of transformation. And let's talk about the math of it all. Let's say you have 4 clients at 2,500.
So is this still part of the first point?
Mhm.
Okay.
That equals $10,000. But if you charge $300 per client, you'll need 34 clients to make the same amount. And let's be real, can you serve 34 people deeply without burning out? Probably not, because we're just human. But sis, I want you to understand this. Premium pricing isn't about greed. It's stewardship that protects your capacity to serve. And even when you understand this first shift, something deeper can still keep you stuck, and it often feels spiritual. So earlier I asked you, which of the 3 fears do you feel like are keeping you stuck in your business? If it was the first fear, it's all about you feeling salesy. We think premium pricing makes us pushy, but sis, selling isn't manipulation, it's multiplying the gifts that God is giving you. Think about it as inviting, because
Is this still part of the first one?
No, this is the second one.
Now we're going to the second one. Okay. I think maybe that's where I'm getting lost.
Mhm.
The transition. Okay.
how would they know what you offer unless you invite them into the process of understanding that? There's so much more I could say about that, but I want us to dismantle that fear of feeling salesy. Or maybe your second fear is being seen as greedy, and greed can be equated with being unspiritual. But what I've learned is poverty is not piety. And Luke 10:7 says the worker is worth their wages, and that includes you. Because sis, when you're resourced, you can give more, you serve more deeply, and love more fully. But maybe it's not either fear 1 or fear 2. Maybe it's fear number 3, feeling unworthy. You wonder,
See, that was good. That way it's like maybe it's not this. So now we're gonna be talking about this. Okay.
Mhm.
who am I to even sell premium? Well, sis, your worth is in Christ, not your price tag. Your pricing reflects the value of transformation, not your identity. Think about it. Abraham, Esther, Solomon, they were fully resourced to fulfill their God-given missions, and God wants the same for you. So, which fear hits you the hardest? Type 1, 2, or 3 in the comments. And I want to encourage you with some truths individually because, sis, premium pricing is a boundary that protects your calling and your capacity. And if any of these fears hit close to home, I'd love to help you go even deeper. Every week, I'll host a free training called The 3 Fears Keeping Most Kingdom Women from Charging Premium. We break down each one and I'll show you exactly how to move past them so you can confidently raise your prices without second guessing yourself. You can join me live this week. The link is in the description. Okay, so you face those fears. The final shift is where everything comes together, and it's one that moves you from surviving to actually thriving. Remember Matthew 25's parable of the talents? Well, in this story, it shows us the master praised the servant who multiplied what they were given, not the one who just maintained it. Scarcity.
So I think maybe we can do the call to action between maybe point number 1 and 2, or a little bit earlier on, because of the fact that you're already, it's like 5 minutes in.
Okay.
So the less percentage of people are going to be there,
Right.
to hear that message.
Okay. So move it after point number 1.
Yeah, point number 1 right here. Just slide it over.
Okay.
He says, I need to be affordable for everyone. Stewardship says,
I'm going to move to see what the outro
is from thriving kingdom entrepreneurs. Your gifts were meant to multiply, not just maintain or survive. When you charge what your transformation is truly worth, you create the space to serve deeply and love well. And if you've been wondering whether it's your time to go premium, I've got the answer for you. My next video will show you the 3 signs you're ready to go premium in your business, even if you feel unqualified. So click here. This could be the start of your breakthrough.
Nice. Very good. You had the structure there, which is awesome. Just
Thank
keep building off that structure. Let me stop sharing. Keep building off that structure and tying up the messaging a little bit at the beginning, and also those like, now we're talking about this. Now we're talking about this, because it's easier that way. People, they get distracted. You put a little thing on the screen. We're like, now we're talking about this. Okay, they re-engage. So it's like all these little small tricks.
Sure. Yeah.
That's why sometimes we would do like either a noise or something on the screen, or like we switch and come right back. Just like re-engage the people, because they tend to like, go away.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, it's like doo, 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 doo. Like, wait, what was that? Oh, okay, random noise. Doo. You don't want this. Like
Right.
right.
It's happening.
Yeah, it's so funny. They just re-engage, and you see it there, because if not, you see the dip. You start seeing the dip in the video, and all of a sudden, like, it starts to come back. So what's the next one?
So I should have my notes up. So the next one there are 3 signs that you should be charging premium. And so I know a lot of the times people feel like, well, who am I to do this? Am I ready to increase my pricing? So basically it's going into 3 points, which I don't have my notes up right now. I believe it's that same document. But yeah, I'll be going into those 3 points, which, the first one was all about the fears that keep you from charging. And then the next one is like, okay, now that you realize those fears aren't really what's keeping you back, now let's identify why it's time to make the shift.
Right, exactly. Okay. And then do we have a final title yet on that first video, or
no, we don't have a final one. You gave me a couple of ones to look at, and so I was able to list those on that same document. But just like you showed, when we were doing it together, really just wanting to make sure that the competition isn't too high, right? And then also that the search volume is high enough that I'll actually get some views. And so that was really helpful with that. And then I think we found like 3 that were really good. And then there was one that we came up with together on the last one where it was exactly So a video by someone who has the exact audience that I have.
Oh, okay.
And her views are off the chart. So I may, just go with that title and make a little change at the end just to, make it more relevant to my audience.
Mhm.
So yeah. Yeah.
Piggybacking always helps. It's
Yeah.
like you swing. You always say go swing. You're swinging around a star or an object. It's just like
Yeah. Yeah.
propelling
Yeah.
you, propelling you now.
Yeah. But I mean that feedback that you gave me, I mean, to be honest, like this video, it didn't take me that long to do. And so what I might do is just redo it. I think it took
Mhm.
me like 15 minutes
Yeah.
to do it. And so I'll just redo it. And also I don't know if you noticed, I tried like this AI thing to keep my eyes on the on the screen, and it
Mhm.
looks a little weird. So I was like, I'll just do it over. And now that I've kind of done that first run through, I think I'll feel more confident like looking at the camera. And I
Oh,
don't
that's
know
good.
if you have any tips for that to help me.
Yeah, what I always say is put something on there. Like we used to put notes or little stamp stickies all around it. Like look here, look here, look here, look here.
Okay.
And if you have a script, because it's so easy that as you're going to like you're trying to look away to like remember, like, wait, what was the second line? What was the third line?
Mhm.
I always say like have the bullet points there, look at them, internalize them, and then just say them in your own way.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
'Cause, like a lot of that stuff is here. It's just the fact that it's structured, it throws you off of like, I just want to talk about it. It's like, no, the structure, I have to go this way with the structure. And it's like, oh, just look at it, come back. That's why you can edit the video, so you can cut it there, like look, come
Mhm.
back, and then just start
Okay.
look away, read the next, and then keep going from there, like
Okay.
that way you make sure you always have the eye contact there. If you do have your notes, try to put them to the side, because when they're down it's so easy to just like
Yeah.
you don't realize you're like so it's like
Okay,
no,
that's
put them to
good.
the side. When you go like this, you realize like, oh, I looked away, right? It's much
Mhm.
easier to realize you're like kind of like looking to the side.
Okay, yeah, that's helpful because I usually have my notes like right here on this one. I do have a second one, but that does make sense. Like if I'm reading my notes, I know I can't stay there, so I have to.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's gonna be
exactly.
helpful.
And then
Okay.
come back to center, right? If you do say, if you look around, reading, okay, come back and then go. That way you have that nice clean cut. Okay.
Sure.
Otherwise, it's like, okay, so my point number 2 is, and then you're like, all the time I see it. It's like, I was like, no, no, no.
Yeah.
Look back. Give me a second. Go. 'cause-
Mhm.
so it's so funny. And then the eyes just like everywhere. They just go
Right.
that way. So yeah, take your time.
Okay.
Just for one point, next point, but just say it, and just say it in your own way. Internalize it in your own way. It's not
Okay.
robotic, and people will feel it too. They
Yeah.
can sense it when it's like you versus like in this video, I will talk to you. It's like it's scripted. It's like, no,
Yeah.
this guy probably just did something from ChatGPT and he's just, regurgitating it, and that's it. Hasn't
Right.
done this before. So
Yeah.
awesome. Yeah, looking forward to seeing the next one. Let's finalize that one. Let's work on the
The next.
title description, the next one as well, and also thumbnails. Have you taken any pictures or things like that for thumbnails?
I have taken some in the past, but I think I'll do some new ones. There's something that I learned. I can't remember who I learned it from, but literally just taking video and
Mhm.
doing different poses, and then watching the video later and then screenshotting the pose.
Mhm.
And
That's
so
what we do.
yeah, it doesn't take long to do that. So I'll do
No,
some of those.
just make sure you pause on that pose. That's
Oh
another
yeah, so it's
thing.
not
I've received videos
blurry.
before. Here's my video for my thumbnails. They're like, oh, it's like blurry. Oh,
Right,
so
right.
awesome. Well, I'm excited. Sorry, it's short on time. That's all my fault. But I
Okay,
do have
brother.
to run. Looking forward to meet. Now we have the correct link for next
Yes.
meeting, and looking forward to seeing you then. Okay.
All right.